doesn't appear in the scripture as it is used today, with the exception of Proverbs 12:25, which offers just a quick note among other snippets of wisdom. Anxiety weighs down the heart, but a kind word cheers it up. The Hebrew word for weighs down is whatever that is. You say how you want it, which translates to bow down or depress. King David seems to have shown signs of depression as seen in Psalm 143:3. So my spirit grows faint in me, my heart within me is dismayed. Depression seen in Bible stories. Although there are many stories containing depression in the Bible, the one we will read today is a parable told by Jesus. The name of the parable is called the prodigal son. You may have heard this story several times with several different meanings and morals, but like me, you may have not heard the depression aspect of the story. Each person or a person will read one side of the story. Remember your slide order. The story will be on the screen. Uh, Joyce, can you read?
Joyce kind of left.
You and me, Cece. You and me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start. The prodigal son. There was a man who had two sons, and the younger of them said to his father, Father, give me a share of property that is coming to me. And he divided his property between them. Not many days later, the younger son gathered all he had and took a journey into a far country. And there he squandered his property in reckless living. Your turn, Cece. We'll go back and forth.
Oh, okay. And when he spent everything, a severe famine arose in the country, and he began to be in need. So he went and hired himself out to one of the citizens of that country, who sent him into his field to feed pigs. And he was longing to be fed with the pods that the pigs ate, and no one gave him anything. That's kind of disgusting, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't want to eat whatever that is. But when he came to himself, he said, How many of my father's hired servants have more enough than bread, but I perish here with hunger? I'll arise and go to my father, and I'll say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Treat me as one of your hired servants. And he arose and came to his father. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and felt compassion, and ran and embraced him and kissed him.
And the son said to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven before you. I am no longer worthy to become your son. But the father said to his servants, Bring quickly the best robe, put it on him, and a ring on his hand, and shoes on his feet. Bring me the fattened calf and kill it, and let us eat and celebrate. For this my son was dead, and is alive again. He was lost and is found, and they began to celebrate.
What a very beautiful ending. Now the older son was in the field, and as he came and drew near to the house, he heard music and dancing. And he called one of the servants and asked what these things meant. And he said to him, Your brother has come, and your father has killed the fattened calf, because he has received him back safe and sound. But he was angry and refused to go in. His father came out and entreated him.
But he answered his father, Look, these many years I have served you, and I never disobeyed your command, and yet you never gave me a young goat, that I may celebrate with my friends. But when this son of yours came, who has devoured your property with prostitutes, you killed the fattened calf for him. And he said to him, Son, you are always there for me, and all is mine is yours. It was fitting to celebrate and be glad, for this your brother was dead and is alive. He was lost and is found.
Prodigal son, depression. The son had everything he wanted. He had friends, he had money, he had lots of food and water. He had everything he could have ever wanted. But these good things didn't last for long. After the famine that occurred across the country, everyone and everything disappeared from him. He had no friends, since they only liked him because he was rich. He didn't have money, since he gambled and used it all away. He didn't have enough money for food or water. He had no home and had to reside with pigs. I don't know about you, but if I were in these shoes, I would be bawling. He was clearly in a great state of depression, and he felt hopeless to fix the situation. For a long time, he did not want to return to his father because of his great guilt, regret, and shame. But there is a solution. The son, he felt defeated. He felt hopeless. He constantly thought of his father and decided to make a decision. He would return to his father. He didn't consult his friends. He didn't get a job to gain his riches or fame back. He didn't go to therapy and rethink his life choices. He returned to the father. However, he was unwilling to be called his son because he still felt regret that he left the father with his inheritance. However, the father, who in if you take this in real life, is Jesus or God, was waiting for him the whole time. Every day he waited for him to return back, like God does when we stray away from him. When the son returned, he ran to him with open arms. He didn't slowly walk to him with a look of death and with a belt. He had compassion and accepted him as a son, not as a servant or a stranger. It was as his child. God will accept you when you are in time of depression, loneliness, guilt, hopelessness, all of the negative emotions. He will accept you and will bring you back. He is better than any therapist or any advice that your friends can give you. He is the ultimate therapist, you might say. He can help you raise your spirits up. He can help you get through these tough times. He will accept you as a child of God. In the story, you wait, did I read this? Oh yeah, I did. Yay, happy face. Question and answer time. Are there any other humans? Michael.
Let's go.
Michael